What is going on, guys? It is once again Legacy Kill HD back today. We are once again discussing Call of Duty Ghost, and today's a little bit of an E3 recap video. There's a lot of information that's come out from Call of Duty Ghost from Mark Rubin and the whole Infinity War team, and today we're going to be concentrating on the campaign. I'm also going to be making a part 2 video, which will be up in a few days, and that will be concentrating on multiplayer, unless there's some huge news. Expect that video to be the next one that I put up. Anyway, we're going to be concentrating on a lot of stuff. We're going to be concentrating on the massive event. We actually have some E3 exclusive gameplay pictures, and I'm not sure about video, but if I do find video, I'll put it up in this one. But we have pictures of the massive event, the apocalypse that happens in America. We also have 3 campaign missions with detailed information. That's actually what I'm showing you guys right now for gameplay. That's 2 missions. I think we have gameplay for No Man's Land and Into the Deep. We'll get into the information for those missions. And we also have some protagonist and antagonist information. Sorry, a little stutter right there. And we're also going to be going through some of the weapons and characters. That's basically the outline for this video. So first, let's start with the massive event, or the apocalypse event. So like I said, guys, there was some E3 exclusive, and which showed some gameplay pictures and a video of it. That there was actually video but was not recorded and shown to the public. Is just a special thing for people who went to E3. And basically this confirms rods will be hacked from the Odin space station, and the US government has minutes to evacuate cities. First target is New Orleans, and there's also a scanner image that I'm going to throw up also, and this shows, I guess, the United States shows potential targets, shows Charlotte, shows New Orleans, shows, I think it says San Diego, New York, etc., etc. You can see it right there clearly. Anyway, we also have a San Diego image, which shows a countdown for the rods being aimed at the city. So that's the massive event, guys. That's what to expect. I'm sure we'll get that video sometime soon, but that was the E3 exclusive. But it is definitely interesting, showing that this kind of confirms my little theory that we're going to have kinetic orbital strikes hitting the city. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'm telling you, you may really want to see that, finding out what this weapon will be like. And I also actually have a prediction that it will be in the multiplayer, replacing the MOAB. So I'm going to put an annotation on the screen for you guys to check that out. And I'm telling you, you really want to see that, because there's some really interesting details that you may not know about the weapon, and it actually comes from kinetic energy, just saying. So let's get down to the 3 campaign missions that were described, and we saw gameplay for 2 of them. No Man's Land, Into the Deep once again. Federation Day was actually also shown at E3, but there was no video of it, because Federation Day was just like another E3 exclusive for people there. So here we are. We're going to start with No Man's Land. It takes place in San Diego. You and your brother are driving through San Diego and see the destruction and damage done. Major emphasis on stealth. Reach a crater where you need hazmat suits and gas masks, basically just showing how much of the radiation is still there. Obviously, if some type of a weapon of mass destruction attacks the city or any place, it's going to take probably, I would think, decades or even centuries for the radiation to clear. So Into the Deep is the one that takes place underwater in the Caribbean Sea. Lots of destruction underwater. There's gunfights. Gunfights are possible, but bullets aren't as effective. You get attacked multiple times. You're actually weak compared to enemy. And if you guys see in the gameplay, you can tell the weapon that's actually being used is the APS, and you can tell it goes slower. The weapons feel a little bit like less effective than weapons, I guess, up in the environment, not necessarily underwater, I guess. I'm not sure if I said that right. Anyway, now Federation Day. This place takes place in the capital of Venezuela, Caracas. Sorry, I'm not sure if I said that right. I believe that's the capital. Anyway, the level opens up with the ghosts atop of a skyscraper in the Venezuelan capital. Okay, it is the capital. Helicopters pass overhead, dropping crates containing powerful harpoon cannons, which the player uses to reach a tower in the distance. As the team attaches and begin their high-altitude zipline ride across the gap, fireworks explode around them as part of the holiday celebration in the city, which I would think that would be the Federation Day, obviously, which everybody's all celebrating. So I guess Venezuela is going to be a really big part of this, and actually there's a lot of, I think I'm going to be saying this later on in this video, but the story is going to be taking place basically in the South America oil regions. I guess for some reason that is going to be a major thing, a major storyline throughout the campaign. So we're going to get to the, actually I'm going to move on, because that's actually, I think, part of the next part of the video that we'll be discussing. So actually, let's talk about the dog. You know, the dog got its name, and you'll be able to use the camera to control him, and you can make him bark and attack enemies with him. I think you guys can see that in the gameplay that I present to you right now, or later on, or before. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting how the dog will play a role. A lot of people are speculating he's going to die, and something tells me the dog will die just because of how much Mark Rubin has said that they kind of just brought him in as an extra later on into the campaign. So I'm really hesitant on saying that this dog's not going to die. You know, that's the joke everybody's saying, dog's going to die. So Riley, definitely interesting. I think we're also going to see that the dog being a replacement of the RCXD in the multiplayer, just based on the gameplay from the campaign. It just looks like it would make a very good thing for multiplayer. So I'd love to hear your comments on that, guys. So let's move on. The story actually begins with the brothers. I said that earlier. The brothers in the I believe the No Man's Land. Well, the story is going to take place with the brothers meeting the Ghost team. And the game is actually centered around these two brothers who grow up in post-apocalyptic America, idolizing the ghosts, and they end up becoming part of the Ghost team. And we'll be able to switch throughout the campaign with other Ghost members along with the brothers, but the brothers are said to be the main protagonists, not the actual ghosts. But something tells me we'll probably see some of the ghosts die, maybe even the brother die. You know, that's just my predictions, guys, right there. So let's get down to, like I said earlier, guys, the game is focused on South America oil region. The enemy is said to be a South American fictional federation. No Russian enemy in this one. Actually, it was kind of funny. I was watching E3. Mark Rubin actually said, like, I guess a bunch of Russian fans of Call of Duty sent him a message like, is Russia going to be an enemy this time again? Because we're kind of tired of it. And actually, Mark Rubin confirmed that there will be no Russian enemy this time. So expect it to be South America, guys, some type of federation forming up. Obviously, I think it's going to be involving Venezuela because of the emphasis on it. Maybe even that maybe the main country or main part of it. So tell me in the comments what you guys think of that. Think of South America being the main threat in this game. And Infinity Ward has also been emphasizing a lot of time basically on the emotional attachment to the characters. You know, they talk about the dog, they talk about the brothers, and for some reason I just get the feeling this campaign is going to be one of the best. And they also put a lot of emphasis on the Hollywood talent they brought in, the guy who did Syria the movie and a bunch of other ones. I'm not sure what his name is right now, Stephen Gakhan or something like that. I forget. Just like I said, I'm not paying attention to notes right now. Actually, I was, but anyway, Stephen Gaghan, he's supposed to be working with the story, so it's going to be definitely interesting to see how this Hollywood talent how their input helps and makes this story amazing, which I believe will be amazing. So we also got a good look at the M4A1, which a lot of people are speculating that could have just been a placeholder and may have not been in the game, but we saw a lot of it in No Man's Land, and I think it's basically confirmed that we're going to see the M4A1 a lot more. We also saw the APS in action. And definitely the APS looks like a really fun weapon. A lot of people have been saying that it's going to be a fun weapon to use. And it doesn't look as effective as what I think something tells me in the multiplayer. If it is in the multiplayer, it's not going to be as effective as maybe one of the main weapons that we'll be seeing. So I'm not really sure how it's going to play a role in it. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. A little bit of stuttery commentary, I know, because there's a lot to discuss, and I have a lot of notes in front of me. A lot of it was just going away from the notes and just saying it randomly, giving my opinions on it. I would love to hear what you guys think about everything in this video. Tell me in the comments, guys. This has been a longer video, but like I said, it's an E3 recap video of Call of Duty Ghosts, so a lot of information given. Anyway, the multiplayer part of this video in a few more days, like I said, start you guys. Anyway, if you're interested in more Call of Duty Ghost information, click the video below. That will basically have, I think it's going through like the vehicles and some of the multiplayer map ideas. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to smack that like button, comment telling me what you guys think, and subscribe. I'm Legacy Kill HD, and I'm out.